Races for the Totesport.com Eider Handicap chase. 16 runners here, each way betting 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Irish Charlie Swan trained raider in the colours of JP McManus and ridden by David Casey. Teeming Rain, 3-1 favourite for the 43,000 to the winner, Eider. Neil Desperandum will stay all day at 6-1. 9 de Savola at 9s from 10s. Lord of Our Own, the price-wise horse at 10s. Hucker Lodge at 10s. Trucker's Tavern, who was a good old stick for Ferdy Murphy in the past, 11s. Now trained by Sue Smith, who's had a winner on the card. Silver Knight at 12s. Chabraimor Minster at 16s. 16s for Calvick and 20-1 bar those.
Eider, 4 miles and a furlong in testing ground. It's going to be a thorough and searching test of stamina as they make their way to the first of the 22 fences. Devil's Run in the maroon jacket out wide is prominent, with Trucker's Tavern in the centre and the nose-banded Skenfrith watching the leaders get out over the first. They've all taken it safely, with Silver Knight, one of a quartet of greys in the race, held up in these early strides with Neen de Savola, and the well-back favourite Teeming Rain has settled towards the midfield. Spot the white cap for jockey David Casey towards the outside as they make their way into the straight on the first occasion. Now they'll have to angle around this open ditch. Quite a bit of damage in the earlier race, the handicap chase, so they'll be bypassing it on all circuits here, and it's Skenfrith who disputes it with Devil's Run. Trucker's Tavern is close up in third, and then the first of the greys, Mustique Delille, horse with the headgear. Hookah Lodge right over the far side, the orange cap. Cowboy Boots, yellow jacket, is on terms with the leaders, followed through by Calvick. Another of the greys, Matt Martyr de Tondre, in the cheek pieces and noseband. And out wide, Teeming Rain is upside stable companion, What a Native, the green cap, as they stepped out over the second. And then working back through the field to the likes of the top weight Lord of Our Own, to Nil Desperandum, the white sleeves, and then De Tito, and just about last the field, the novice Neen de Savola, as they make their way up to the fence, which after another couple of circuits will become the last in the Eider. And Skenfrith is now taken on by the white-faced Cowboy Boots. Trucker's Tavern on the near side with Devil's Run. Hookah Lodge right over the far side. 8 or 9 lengths covering the field. And Silver Knight's lost 1 or 2 positions and has just got Neen de Savola in behind now as they make their way out towards the next 2 fences taken along the side of the course. So Skenfrith disputes it with one of the old boys in the party, Trucker's Tavern, going freely. Devil's Run out wide, and then Hookah Lodge the rail. Cowboy Boots and Mustique Delille follow next to What a Native. Chabraimor Minster up the fence, goes very freely. Spot the red and beige silks. Calvick is next in mid-division. What a Native wide with Teeming Rain. Then Lord of Our Own to Matt Martyr de Tondre on Nil Desperandum. Then Silver Knight from De Tito, and 2 lengths Neen de Savola under a patient Graham Lee, looking for back-to-back wins in the Eider. Took it 12 months ago aboard Filson Run. Heading along towards fences 5 and 6 then, both of them plain, and a steady pace in these testing conditions. As a result, they're tightly clustered. And it was Trucker's Tavern who picked up just ahead there from Skenfrith. Mustique Delille, one of the greys, is close up. Devil's Run out wide. The free-going Chabraimor Minster in behind horses. Hookah Lodge is buried away right down on the fence. Cowboy Boots is in behind horses as they step over the next, where there was a nod on landing from What a Native in midfield. Racing upsides his Irish counterparts, Lord of Our Own, and Teeming Rain. There he goes in mid-division out wide, getting a good view of the fences, heading off down the back straight on the first occasion. They've still got just shy of 3 miles to cover at this point. And as they make this turn, Chabraimor Minster is pulling his way through to take it up under Tom Greenway. So Chabraimor Minster stepping on from Trucker's Tavern, then Mustique Delille and Skenfrith. Devil's Run out wide with Teeming Rain. Watching the rest over safely, Hookah Lodge in midfield from Cowboy Boots, Lord of Our Own. What a Native, Nil Desperandum, the white sleeves follow next. Out wide then De Tito as they step over another open ditch where Lord of Our Own hit it pretty hard. Still out the back, Neen de Savola and Silver Knight, and Matt Martyr de Tondre has just got that pair behind. In front of Matt Martyr de Tondre, De Tito racing wide of the field, and Calvick about 3/4 of the way down the pack. So they're heading towards the end of a circuit, 2.5 miles to go, not yet at halfway in the Eider, and Chabraimor Minster has an advantage of about a length here to Skenfrith. Trucker's Tavern with a pale jacket, then Mustique Delille. Hookah Lodge in behind them. Teeming Rain is wide. Lord of Our Own within about 3 or 4 lengths of the lead. Nil Desperandum and Calvick over in the midfield. as they range up towards the final fence in the back straight. Now they have completed a circuit, and Shabrimel Minster is rejoined by Truckers Tavern, who goes with plenty of enthusiasm today, and the old boy was back in front there, watching the tail enders going out over it towards the back of the field. One or two of them already being nudged along. Cowboy Boots has dropped the bit and has steadily fallen back through the field. There's been a shake of the reins briefly for Silver Knight, and Ninda Savola, Red and Yellow Silks right out the tail end under Graham Lee, still under this very patient ride as they make their way into the straight, still well over one circuit of the Gosforth Park Chase track to cover. So Shabrimel Minster and Truckers Tavern on the sharp end, stalked by Hookah Lodge, Mustique Delisle, Skenfrith, the yellow jacket. Then the green for Calvic, the noseband then for Lord of Our Own. Towards the near side, Devil's Run on and off, the bridle being niggled along, his upside's Teeming Rain. Then in the midfield, we've got the likes of Matt Martyr de Tondron getting a little bit closer from Silver Knight, Nil Desperandum. De Tito's out the back end with Ninda Savola, the pushed along Cowboy Boots, and What a Native has now dropped himself out to be last of all. Middle one up the straight on this occasion is the 12th. Cowboy Boots in a bit close towards the tail end, and What a Native becoming increasingly detached as they range up to the fence, which after one more circuit will be the last. Mustique Delisle there upsides Truckers Tavern. From Hookah Lodge, Shabrimel Minster the far side. Then Lord of Our Own, Calvic. Devil's Run pushed along from Nil Desperandum. Then another of the greys, Matt Martyr de Tondron. Nose banded, Teeming Rain is out wide from De Tito, as Teeming Rain has been given a very patient ride by David Casey and just begins to close up as they go into the next turn to get within about 3 or 4 lengths of the lead. But with the exception of What a Native, who's pulling up, the rest are fairly tightly clustered, including the niggled along Cowboy Boots, who's currently last of those that remain. So along the side of the course they go towards the next two, numbers 14 and 15, and holding the inside, Shabrimel Minster is back in front narrowly from Hookah Lodge, Truckers Tavern, Mustique Delisle, who's circling the field. Then in behind horses, Lord of Our Own, Calvic right down at the fence, Matt Martyr de Tondron, Nil Desperandum, Devil's Run, the hoop sleeve, still Teeming Rain is out wide as they draw towards this next plain fence. And there perhaps just about Truckers Tavern upside Shabrimel Minster. The Birch was flying back in the field. Mistakes there came from Skenfrith with Cowboy Boots as they range up quickly towards the next. Shabrimel Minster, Truckers Tavern, Mustique Delisle back for more. Then Hookah Lodge, Calvic down at the fence. Lord of Our Own follows next in about 6th position. Then Nil Desperandum, out wide Teeming Rain, steadily creeping his way into contention. There he goes, followed through by Matt Martyr de Tondron. Still no move from Ninda Savola. De Tito niggled along. Then Silver Knight, Devil's Run, Cowboy Boots, and Skenfrith is now last of the Eider field as they go down the back straight with just over a mile to cover and 7 more to jump. Truckers Tavern picked off in front there narrowly from Shabrimel Minster. Mustique Delisle is in one of a brace of greys out wide with Hookah Lodge, the orange cap. Lord of Our Own is close up in 5th, and then Calvic, Nil Desperandum. Lord of Our Own blundered badly there. Teeming Rain for the first time in the race gets a shake of the reins, and just a little way out of his ground as the pace begins to lift. Ninda Savola, red and yellow jacket, is making headway, and all of a sudden the favourite Teeming Rain is really making hard work of this, and he's struggling to make an impression on the leaders, who up front are Shabrimel Minster, Truckers Tavern, and Mustique Delisle. Then Lord of Our Own recovering from that blunder. Hookah Lodge is still in there pitching. Out wide, Red and Yellow Silks. There goes Ninda Savola into contention. Nil Desperandum, the white sleeves riding behind him, as again Lord of Our Own lost out in the jumping stakes. Calvic is in touch, ridden along. De Tito's just about got half a chance as they move on now towards the final one down the back straight. 4 outs looming up in the Eider. Truckers Tavern, Mustique Delisle, Ninda Savola in a little bit close there. Shabrimel Minster back for more up the fence. Then Nil Desperandum, Calvic ridden along, the green jacket, and one by one they're beginning to crack. Only the brave will get home from here. Just over half a mile to travel, 3 to jump in the Eider, and still Shabrimel Minster. From Truckers Tavern, Ninda Savola out wide. Nil Desperandum under Tom Scudamore, white sleeve jacket is creeping closer, and heads turn on in to face these final 3 fences. A grueling test up the Newcastle home straight. Shabrimel Minster being joined by Ninda Savola. Couple of lengths to Nil Desperandum. Mustique Delisle follows next. Truckers Tavern has cracked. Passed by Calvic, Hookah Lodge, then Silver Knight. Devil's Run and Matt Martyr de Tondron. And it's Ninda Savola on the near side who tackles Shabrimel Minster and jumped on at the third last. Shabrimel Minster scattered the Birch. Nil Desperandum under his stopping weight of 11-12 comes there on the near side. All change once more in the Eider. Nil Desperandum goes on. 2 out. Ninda Savola rallying. Shabrimal Minster's the latest one to crack, and it's nil Desperandum. This Grand National and Gold Cup entry bounds away down towards the last. Nil Desperandum and Tom Scudamore spring-heeled out over the last, clear of Ninda Savola. Shabrimal Minster is back in third, then Mustique Delisle and Calvic, but it's nil Desperandum's Eider for Venetia Williams and Tom Scudamore. Nil Desperandum powers away to win the Northeast big prize of the year. In second is Ninda Savola, over the line in third Shabrimal Minster, then Mustique Delisle from Calvic, Hookah Lodge, and they're still coming. Devil's Run and Silver Knight head the remainder.
Nil Desperandum, 6-1 second favourite. Beat Nina de Savola, who travelled like an absolute trooper, but just finds it very difficult to win Nina de Savola, 9-1. Shabrimal Minster's run a cracker, 16-1. And if you fancy Mustique Delisle, 22-1 in fourth, all 16.